And part 2 of the workout, again, same thing, every minute on the minute, 3 minutes per exercise, reps to failure each minute. We're going to rest the remaining time. We're going to hit one arm push-ups here, body rows, and plate deadlifts. We're going to start with our hand position in like a diamond push-up position with the legs straddled, dropping to the knees, right arm behind, and we lower, squeezing the triceps, the chest, shoulders, staying square to the ground. Again, we want to breathe in at the bottom, exhale at the top. Trying to maintain that square level to the ground. That's how we're going to build the most strength. Eventually, we want to be able to get to a regular one-arm push-up where we don't need to utilize the modified position of being on the knees. Taking some nice breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Checking the time here because I want to be consistent. Starting the first set at 0-0, second set at 1 minute, third set at 2 minutes. Again, popping up into the diamond hand position, straddling the legs, dropping to the knees. Staying square, lowering the chest to the ground. And a few reps there. Again, the sets are to failure, but it's to failure at the point where you can no longer push up for like a couple of seconds. You don't want to really grind the rep out, but you want to give it a fair attempt. And in between these rest periods here, we're just taking nice deep breaths in, exhaling through the mouth. Going to get ready here for the third set. This rest period will be a little bit longer than in between the first and second set. Once again, diamond hand position, straddling the legs, drop down to the knees, right arm behind the back, shoulders square to the ground. And basically our hand position, our left hand is going to come right down underneath our pec. And we got 2 reps there, shortest set of them all. And here we're going to rest the remaining time until that minute 3 rolls around, and we're going to go to the right arm. Throughout this whole workout, you want to keep the rest down to a minimum because we want to, fully fatigue that muscle and kind of reach that failure point. Always watching the time. Staying focused, keeping the breath going. Again, diamond hand position, straddle, down to the knees. Now this time the left arm goes behind the back. Right arm's a little bit stronger, so we'll get a few more reps here than the left arm. Again, if you could see, we want to keep that chest square to the ground. Just moving straight up, straight down. And there's that first failure point. Taking deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Staying focused on the muscles we're working here. Chest, shoulders, triceps. Keeping our abs tight through the movement. Belly button pulled in. Always staying focused. If you feel like your mind starts to wander at any point during these rest periods, just recenter your breathing. Setting it up here for the second set. Straight down, staying square, pushing up through the shoulders, triceps, chest. And there you go. There's the attempt and the failure to succeed. One more set to go. This is sort of like a rest pause type of method. You want to minimize the rest. And I just like to do it every minute on the minute because it just keeps, everything consistent, where if you just did it by, you just took a few breaths, you wouldn't really know, how long you're really resting. Getting ready for the final set here. Checking that watch as always. Here we go, we get back into the setup again. Again, consistency is the key with all these movements. Probably get 2 or 3 reps here. That's a little tough. And there you go, 2 reps. Next exercise is a body row. Basically mimics like a barbell type of row, only just using your body weight. Just retracting the scapulas, pulling up, using, this is called an ultimate body press. It's really used for dips, but you can do a variety of different exercises with this piece of equipment. Feet are up on a bench, body staying straight and tight, glutes are squeezed, abs are tight. Just retracting the scapula, bending at the elbows. Big flex, here's the attempt. Pulled it out, but that's the last rep. The next rep wouldn't go up. Here again, focusing on the breathing. This is a pull movement. Like I said in the other video, general structure is going to be a pushing movement, followed by a pulling movement, and then a leg movement. You can see here the big breaths in the nose, exhaling through the mouth. I take a false grip on the bar here, thumb over the top of the bar, just frees up some forearm tension. The main focus here is the back, the rhomboids, mostly the muscles in the mid-back, middle traps. We got one more set to go here. Checking the time as always. Deep breath in, exhaling out. Keeping the mind focused on the pulling muscles. With movements like body weight type training movements, you really want to get that mind-muscle connection. Nice deep breaths. Staying focused, relaxed. Here's the last set of this movement. Should get a few reps here. Want that nice big squeeze at the top, full stretch at the bottom, and pull, pull, squeeze. Thought about it, but that rep wasn't going up. Final exercise here is going to be a plate deadlift, kind of in the form of a stiff-legged deadlift. The hamstrings are kind of tough to hit with just body weight exercises. There's a few exercises, but since I have the equipment, I figured I'd just work on some kind of lighter, stretching kind of deadlift, through the hamstrings here. Typically I could pull, heavier dumbbells, but it's just really work on regaining, flexibility and strength and balance, and working more on the form than anything else here. Nice deep breaths. Now with the deadlift here, you're not really pushing to failure, kind of stopping a rep or two short, mostly 2 reps short, because you don't want to, injure your lower back, kind of doing an all-out type of deadlift set. You can put your lower back in a precarious position. So really I'm just kind of lightly touching the plates to the ground, getting a stretch through their hamstrings, and really focusing on squeezing the butt, driving the heels through the ground. That squeeze of the glutes is what's going to help push and extend your hips forward. So, clearly I could have got another 1 to 2, maybe even 3 reps out of that, but it's more just about slowly building strength here with this type of movement. Again, nice deep breaths. Focused. And I really want to feel the stretch in the hamstrings in this movement. And believe it or not, it can improve, hamstring flexibility, especially because when it's more of a stiff-legged type, the knee bend isn't as much as in like a traditional conventional deadlift. The plates are on the sides, which also helps. The barbell doesn't have to clear past, your knees there. And that wraps up the deadlift set. And that wraps up this section. Thanks for watching, guys.